So talking about Bhagavad Gita, it's always spoken by Krishna.
So you know the story of the Bhagavad Gita, right?
The field of Kurukshetra, Krishna is talking to Arjuna as a friend.
Okay, but who's the author of the Bhagavad Gita?
Like the Krishna told it?
Okay, this is true. If you think about it, Krishna tells the Bhagavad Gita. It says, Bhagavan Uvacha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Krishna said, right? But at the beginning of the book, when it says, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yuyutsava Mamaka Pandava Chaiva Kima Kurvata Sanjaya, and then it says, Sanjaya Uvacha. Who's Sanjaya?
One of the sages?
No, not really. Sanjaya is a friend, a court minister to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. And because Dhritarashtra can't see what's happening on the battlefield, he asks Sanjaya, can you please tell me what's happening? And Sanjaya reports to him, well, here's Yudamanyu, and here's Uttamoja, and there's Arjuna, and the Kurus and the Pandavas are all assembled there. But he's reporting what Krishna says.
But how does he know?
Well, he's looking at the battlefield and he can see and hear what's going on, and he's reporting to Dhritarashtra. See? So we're hearing the Bhagavad Gita from Sanjaya. So it's the words of Krishna when it says Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, but actually Sanjaya is reporting the speech of Krishna. But who writes the book? Does Krishna write it down? Does he have a typewriter?
No, and that's not his deal. Not gods are burning pots.
No. So who's the real author of the Bhagavad Gita?
And how can he hear with some kind of shotgun mic?
Sanjay, he's given some special power to be able to hear and see. He's at the battlefield, so he has some special power to observe things. But apart from Sanjaya, he's giving an oral representation of the Bhagavad Gita, but he didn't write it. See, so my question is, you're asking about the elephants. What's the connection with the elephants? I'm getting to that, right? So, who wrote the Bhagavad Gita?
Vyasadev is the author of all the Holy Scriptures.
Okay, good. So Vyasadev, he's known as Veda Vyas because he compiles the Vedas. It doesn't mean that he is really the author of the Vedas, okay? So it's kind of a trick question. But he's responsible for editing the Vedas. He compiles and edits. So compile means to gather, and edit means you take the important parts and put those together. The Veda is revealed truth. But Vyasadev does us the service of making it intelligent, making it understood for us.
Revealed by whom?
Well, originally God, okay, through sound. So we use the word shruti because it means what's heard. Like the word om, it means a divine yes. If you take all the Shastra and condense it into one word, the word is Om.
Sridhar Maharaj gave some outstanding explanation of this. It
right,
was revealed by him.
I'm talking about elephants, so I don't want to get it. Yeah, he gave a really good explanation. Read the book. It's a great book. Get it online. But anyway, Vyas. So Vyas compiles the Vedas.
But he had support. He would.
Yes, he did this by himself. He did the Rik, the Yajur, the Sama, and the Atharva Veda, the important Shastras. And then after that, he thought, well, Shruti is difficult, okay? Shruti is what is spoken or what is heard, but it means the sutras of the Vedas. For example, Atato Brahma Jigyasa, we have in Vedanta Sutra. Atato means now, but what is the meaning of now? How do we know what now is? Well, then someone could say, well, now means in the human form of life.
As soon as you hear it.
Right? Or someone can say, well, now that you are a realized yoga master, or now that you're a devotee. What is that now exactly? It's not given, it's not explained. That's why that's sutra, it's shruti. Atato Brahma jigyasa. Now is the time to inquire into what is Brahma, spirit. But what is Brahma? According to Vaishnavas, Brahma, really it's Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. We're not concerned really with Brahma or Paramatma. We're interested in Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what we're saying is, now that you have the human form of life and you're advanced along the path, inquire into the Supreme Personality of Godhead, jigyasa. But these sutras are very difficult to understand, so Vyas thought, I need to give them a drama. I need to give them a little Hollywood, a movie that's interesting, that they can follow. Something with action and a plot and satisfying characters and a good story. So he gives the Mahabharata. And he thinks, this is a great idea. I've got a great project here. It's called the Mahabharata. Brahma, I think, tells him, do it. And so he sits down to do the Mahabharata, but then he thinks, this is too difficult. I'm going to write 100,000 Sanskrit shlokas.
That's not little, it's like... Whoa.
That's a big project. So he thinks, for this I need help. I'm tired. I wrote the Vedas. It's time for me to get some help. And who could help him the best?
So you're pointing at Ganesh.
That's right, the elephant god, see? Ganesh is the boy with the elephant head. He's the son of Shiva. So Ganesh, among the gods, he's known as the scribe of the gods. He can write things. So Vyas makes a deal with him. He says, I have this project. It's the Mahabharata. And Ganesh says, well, I'm a little busy. Thank you. How long will it take you? How long will it take you to write this or compose? And Vyas says, well, I don't know. It's about 100,000 Sanskrit shlokas. He says, wait a minute. I don't know if I can do that. He says, look, I can write as fast as you can speak, but I'm a little, I will get bored.
I have many things to do.
I have things to do. So if you stop speaking, I'm going to stop writing. That's my condition. And Vyas says, all right, but I have my own condition. If you don't understand something, then you can't write it. Okay? I will only continue dictating when you fully understand something and then write it down. But if you don't fully understand, then it's not, it's not fair for you. You should, realize what I'm saying.
You must understand what you're teaching.
Exactly. So, for this reason in the Mahabharata, when you read it, sometimes there are very difficult philosophical points, very difficult Sanskrit shlokas that take a lot of thinking to really understand. And after Vyas would give something like that, Ganesh had to sit and think about it for a while before he could continue writing. And this also gave time for Vyas to consider how to best unfold the story and dictate it. And this way the two of them worked together.
So it looks like Goswami Maharaj was going back and forth with all the conceptions of Sridhar Maharaj, and you were helping him in this way?
Something like that. I'm very happy that one day Goswami Maharaj went to India and he was with Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And they were talking, and Guru Maharaj said, your books, Goswami Maharaj, you've given something there. And Goswami Maharaj, very humbly, he said, I haven't done anything. They're your books. Why give me the credit? Really, you did this. This is your conception. These are your words. These are your ideas, your lectures. How can you give me any credit? And Guru Maharaj turned to him and he said, no, you are Vyas. Because it's the work of Vyas to gather the idea. The truth is there, but gathering it together is very difficult. And also, what he did was he divided the knowledge into 4 parts, 4 different Vedas. And then there's the Upanishads, the Puranas, Mahabharata. So Guru Maharaj turned to Goswami and he said, you are Vyas. And Goswami said, I can't accept that. And Guru Maharaj said, no, what I have said in a general way, in a random way, just talking, you took that and you did something with it. You gathered it together. You divided it into chapters. You gave it form. You gave it life. You are Vyas. So later, Goswami Maharaj returned to San Jose and he told this story. And my heart jumped out of my body. I was so happy because I really felt connected in that moment. And I thought, well, if Goswami Maharaj is Vyasadev, maybe I can be something like Ganesh. Because his occupation, Ganesh's occupation, is to write, to record, to take dictation. And I was very good at taking dictation and ferreting out a message, writing it down, compiling things. And so, in this way, I did my service. So am I comparing myself to Ganesh?
Rightfully?
It's metaphorically
Yes.
speaking. Of course, Ganesh is a god. He's the god of money and wealth. And as you can see, I come before you a very humble person. I'm not rich